Hey y'all, Ryan here from Planetary Lapidary, and welcome to another episode of Slabbin Sundays, where I take rocks and fossils I find on the western shore of Lake Michigan, cut them into slabs so I can use those slabs to make stuff. I'm gonna do something a little different today. So I have these three. This first one is like a Jacobsville sandstone. It's just very cubey shaped already. So I've never really tried to make like a cube. So I'm gonna try it on this. I know it'll be really soft to cut, so it'll be good practice. I'm just gonna try to zip off this side, and then I'll just keep turning it and zipping off sides until it's a cube. Hopefully, we'll see if that turns out. Then this one is just a cool slab of stratoporoid, but I like this top and this bottom, like just how they are. So what I wanna do is I wanna take all these lines and just cut them again, like cut them straight. So I'll cut a straight line there, I'll cut a straight one there, there, and then there. And then it'll have sharp corners and it'll have all straight lines. And I just want to see if it'll all be like nice clear stromatoporoid in there. So that'll be a cool little freeform piece for later maybe. And then the last one is this big chunk of Wisconsin moonstone. So obviously not from Lake Michigan, up from Wausau, Wisconsin moonstone. But what I want to do is I want to see if I can get a tower out of this thing. So I think I'm going to use this as the bottom, and then I'm going to zip this off, and then I'll keep turning it and try to get like a square tower out of it. But we'll see how that goes. You know, this stuff notoriously breaks apart, you know, every other piece. So we'll see how it goes, but we'll use the high-tech slab saw, thin centered blade, and let's get slabbing. Okay, so I'm through that first one. So here's all the scrap pieces I cut off. And here's my cube. It's not totally perfect, but I think when I sand it down, I could sand it down to perfect on each side. So I'm glad I, you know, started with like sandstone like this, so it was super soft. But I think it turned out, this is exactly what I wanted. So now I'll, you know, sand it one day. I'll just hit it with some 100 or something and see if I can get it down to cube shape. I just wanted to see if I could do it and how hard it was and how much I would lose. And you know, like how much rock I needed to begin with to actually get a cube out of the middle. So you can see it's kind of not totally cubish, but pretty close. So I would say it was a win. All right, let's get on to that second one. Okay, so here's the pieces I cut off. This one actually I just dropped on the floor and it broke. But that's kind of what the insides generally look like. That yellow goes away. Oops, hit the camera. Another little piece that I cut off. Another one. So cool little pieces still. You know, maybe I can make fishing lures or something out of these. All these little weird shaped pieces. But those are all the cut-offs. And then this is what I ended up with. That's what all I wanted. I wanted to keep the bottom and the top. And I just got some nice clean lines. I got some fence mark on there. That should come out though, hopefully. And then I'll just soften these edges and I'll leave the top and bottom just like that. And it'll just be a cool little freeform, I think. You know, as long as these cracks and stuff aren't too bad, it's pretty full stromatoporoid all the way through. So exactly what I wanted. All right. Let's get on to that last one. Okay, so as you saw, that stuff is very cracky. Here's a cutoff piece actually. It's actually got some blue in it, and it's pretty thin. I might be able to salvage that for something. You can just see all, you know, it kind of just comes apart in your fingers. Here's a couple more cut-offs. Not much blue going on, and then, you know, like I said, very gritty. But then what we got left over is this guy. So I put a flat bottom on it. I got a pretty cool looking side right there. Pretty cool looking there. Just got a little bit of grinding to do, and then I think I'm gonna leave that side just so I can keep it fat at the bottom, and then I'll just polish the whole thing. So actually not too bad. This kind of concerns me a little bit, like this piece coming off of here, but I pretty much got exactly what I wanted. I just wanted to trim down that raw piece of moonstone so I'd have something to possibly do a freeform out of. So I would say 3 for 3 today, you know, got some nice shapes. So, all right, if you like this video, leave a like, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for some close-ups at the end, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.